episode, What Are Those?
Officer, I got one question for you. What are those?
They're shoes.
Officer, I got one question for you. What are those?
What are those?
What are those? What are those?
I've seen that so many times.
I love that. I love that.
I do that to my sister all the time.
I got one question for you. What are those?
Those are shoes.
What are those?
Highly confused.
What are those?
Why is it such a big deal? The kids do this in my class when it's like presentation. They're like, what are those? And point to like all the random kids.
More, I got one question for you.
What are those?
Ew, what are those?
Mom, I got a question for you.
Not the mom.
What are those?
I have like one question for you.
What are those?
That,
What are those?
That grandma's got to be like, what the heck? Is this supposed to be like entertaining or something? I'm getting bored.
What are those?
She's like, what are you doing?
High heels! High heels!
Just got wrecked. I would totally do that. Like, what are those? Those are really cute wedges.
Hey, Dad. I got one question for you. What are those?
Oh my god.
Why would you do that?
I feel bad for the adults. They don't get it.
I've got just one question for you. What are those?
Poor dog.
What are those?
That one's actually kind of funny because it's dog wearing shoes. I do the same thing to my dog.
10:30.
Hey. I'm like, what are those?
I'm like, what are those?
What the heck?
George, do you like my new shoes?
No, not Peppa.
What are those?
Okay, some of these are actually good.
And watch this, Mr.
Oh no.
Can I take your order?
What are those?
Now those ones are funny because they're just like mouthing them.
Obama, I got one question for you.
Obama?
What are those?
Flip-flops.
They're doing it to everything. Why?
What are those? What are those?
Oh my god.
What are those?
No. No. Oh, dub smash.
What are those? What are those?
Okay, that just got annoying. I saw this one on Instagram.
I've seen this. This is the best one.
I love this.
What are those? What are those?
Oh, water. That's funny.
What are those?
His pun just ruined my day.
What are those? What are those? What are those? What are those? Oh, I could watch these all day.
It's all over Vine. It's all over Tumblr. It's all over Instagram. It's all over Snapchat. It's just taken over the world.
Question time!
Okay, so what do you think of those videos?
They were hilarious.
This is the best thing I've seen in a while.
It's on Vine, it's on Instagram, it's like on everything.
I've seen it on YouTube. I've seen it everywhere. I've seen Vines with it.
Most of the time in PE, somebody stops during a mile to say that. I'm just like, why?
And why do you like this trend?
Cause it's so funny and like everyone says it.
It was completely random. Maybe the reason why it's so funny.
It's just funny to see all of the ugliest shoes like in the whole world.
Some of them were actually entertaining and funny. The other ones were kind of boring.
So explain step by step how to properly do the what are those meme.
What I would do is just go up to a random person and like in any setting and just yell at them, what are those?
Use a TV or film and then edit that guy saying it because I think the funniest part is him saying it.
You have to stand up. You have to look at someone's shoes and say, I got one question for you. Then, if you're videoing it, you gotta bring it up, then down, point at it. What are those? What are those?
The very first video we showed you with the police officer and the guy yelling, what are those? That became very viral. And then people would take that audio of what are those and then make their own videos after that went viral.
Makes sense.
Okay, like Dub Smash.
So weird how
how stuff like this just goes around.
Does it make sense to you that this would become popular?
Not really, no.
No, it doesn't.
No, it's just a guy saying 3 words to an officer.
Why would somebody even do that to a police officer? Especially when in the video it looks like he's trying to arrest somebody.
I think it was funny. I mean, weird things are really popular often.
It does deserve to be a trend because I love shoes.
Some of these people were doing this as a prank to their friends or even to their parents. If you did this to your parents, how do you think they would react?
They wouldn't get it.
They would probably just stare at me.
They would look at you in a very weird way because they're like, what is he saying?
They would probably scream at me in Farsi.
Probably just ignore me. I do voice impressions a lot, which annoy them, like Cartman and stuff like that.
Unless my mom knows, because she's a cool mom, she would probably be like, what are those back? But my dad'd be like, okay.
They probably wouldn't understand what I'm doing. My parents don't know about anything on the internet. They don't even know what a meme is.
So a lot of these videos we showed you today come from Vine. Is Vine something that you watch?
Yeah.
I don't have many social apps. In fact, I don't like texting. I just use the phone for games.
I don't, because I don't really have an account or an app, but my sister probably does.
Just like random ones that my mom shows me.
Not a lot, but sometimes like there's called these John Cena vines.
John Cena!
John Cena!
I do watch Vine because I look it up on YouTube all the time, and the Vines are really funny. Everyone talks about Vine, everyone talks about YouTube, everybody talks about like every hitting app right now.
Explain to someone why it's so fun to watch a 6-second video looping.
Because kids don't really have patience. They like to see things that are very short.
6 seconds is the normal like attention span. It's like my attention span.
There's really something for everybody in a Vine. There's magic, music, like crazy editing skills.
It's crazy how people can act out like a whole story in just 6 seconds.
People like to watch these because people like to maybe make it into their own personal way, or like, I already know this trend before you do, or something like that.
So finally, we have just one more question for you. Can you guess what the question's going to be?
No. Please don't. Oh, God. I see this coming.
What are those?
What are those?
What are those?
What are those? What are those?
They're black wedges.
What are those?
They're sandals. Aren't they nice?
It's gonna be one of those, but my shoes are amazing, so.
What are those? What are those?
Good one. Good one.
Thanks so much for watching this episode of Kids React. Let us know in the comments what Vine trend we should watch next. Be sure to subscribe. We have new videos every week.
Help support the show by sharing this all over the place, everywhere.
Bye.
I got one question for you. What are those?